What's up, Jake? How are you, buddy?
Good. Real good.
Jake the Snake Roberts, just to get the business aspect done, he'll be at, he's promoting the Unspoken Word Tour, Tales from the Road. That's happening Friday, September 28th, 9 o'clock. It's at the Crowbar in Ybor, which is in Tampa. Jake, I got to think that you got all kinds of Tampa, Florida stories. All the boys, or a lot of the boys live down here.
Oh, yeah, man. Great times, man. And it's kind of crazy. You go around the country doing these shows, and you'll go into an area, and then all of a sudden 3 or 4 more stories come up that you remember because you're there. And Tampa was certainly a big part of my career, with Dusty and all the guys and Eddie Graham.
Briscoes.
Yeah, man. Just one after another, bro.
Now, Jake comes from, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but your dad, Grizzly, was a longtime worker.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't know. Now, Jake, a lot of the stuff that I got are just from the boys over the years and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if I ask stupid stuff, just, don't get mad at me. But the rumor has it that back in the day, Grizzly didn't even teach you, you thought it was all a shoot. He didn't even, you really thought the business
I thought it was a shoot, yeah.
I mean, he didn't teach you, you really thought it was a shoot.
Nothing, man. He used to beat the hell out of me.
And he literally, when he was, obviously...
He tried to run me away from the business. He didn't want me in the business.
Well, because he knew how damn screwed up it was.
Well, I think the reason he didn't want me in was because he didn't want me to steal any of his glory.
Oh, I mean,
he was a selfish piece of shit. Sorry.
No, you can. No, we're uncensored. You can say that absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Well, not only that, but his wife was a piece of. I mean, if we're going to shoot, his wife was a piece of shit too, wasn't she?
Yeah. They both molested us kids.
Now, when you say, your I think your stepbrother and your sister both end up working. At one time, you all three were with Vince, weren't you?
Yep.
Robin and Sam, right?
Yep.
And now, so did your stepmom? You say molested you?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
really screwed up, man. And it leaves a mark. I'll tell people right now that if you've been through it, you've got to go get help, man. Because you may think you got by it, but you haven't. It really screwed my life up as far as having a relationship with women. I'd get so close, and then all of a sudden something would happen inside of me, and I would just have to screw up that relationship because I didn't trust them. I thought at some point they were going to wind up doing something wrong and really screwing me up, hurt me.
And with Grizzly being in the business, being a longtime worker, and as well as I do that workers just got a different way to look at life. Was she? Was she was your stepmom kind of like an extension of Grizzly, stiff? Shoot, just cynical, smart ass.
Yeah. Well, man. It's a sick world, bro.
So I think, if I remember right, Jake, I think you started in the mid-'70s in the Louisiana territory, I think.
Yeah.
Started out kind of ref worker kind of deal.
Yeah.
Had a kind of a tough time getting your character over, so I think you went to Stu's, I think.
Yeah. I went down to Florida for a short period of time, and I went several places for short periods of time because I was so bad. It was horrible, man. I'd last about 6 weeks, and then you had to fire me.
Just couldn't get over?
I didn't know the business. I didn't understand it. I'd never trained. I'd never done anything proper.
Well, yeah, because your dad brought you up and he thought it was a shoot.
Yeah, well, I wasn't around him either. See, so he didn't raise me. Are you kidding? That would have taken work.
True.
Yeah, I was in Texas. He was everywhere. So
went
up to Stu. I went to Vancouver first, and then Stu. And by the time I got through with Stu, man, I pretty much had it down.
Well, I mean, you got to think, and just off the top of my head, I mean, fuck, Stu's place. What do you got? You got what was the dungeon? Wasn't it called the dungeon?
Yeah.
And they got, I mean, you got all the hearts. You had, Mark Henry. You got Benoit. You got Shamrock. Hercules, Abdullah.
Yeah, they all came through there.
Dory was there. Didn't Dory come out of there?
Oh yeah, Dory went through it.
Harley Race.
Yeah, it was a zoo, man.
Didn't Andre work for Stu a little bit?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I think Fabulous Moolah did. Pillman, Davy Boy, Luthez.
Yeah, Dynamite, all those guys, man.
Hey, now was Harley as tough in real life? Because Hogan told me one time about a deal that happened in Kansas City where Hogan was taking a shit in the locker room, and that was when the territory were kind of breaking down, and Harley kicked the door down and was going to kick Terry's ass.
Oh, he could do it.
I mean, was Harley a shooter?
Yeah, he was a tough old guy. Hard as nails. Hard as nails, man.
And then I think at Stampede you had an angle with Junkyard, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I worked with Junkyard for 6-7 months. Yeah, every night, man.
And then I think you were, if I remember right, one of the original Legion of Dooms with Paul.
Yeah. I was doing the TV then. I was writing all the storylines, and I was the booker for Georgia Championship Wrestling. The Briscoes gave that to me.
Right.
And,
Ronnie Garvin, wasn't Ronnie Garvin there?
Yeah, I made Ronnie a star. Yeah.
Put Ronnie over.
Yeah.
And then
good times.
So let's talk about the DDT. I was reading where the DDT, which arguably I think has been one of the best finishes in the business
ever.
And you just kind of stumbled upon it. It was kind of a fucked up spot that how you stumbled on the deal.
Yeah, I was doing a front face lock with a guy by the name of Lynn Denton, the grappler. And back then I used to use a knee lift for a finish. So I'd use a front face lock on him and work it. Then he'd cram me into the corner a couple of times. I'd release and I'd catch him with a short knee lift. And then I'd cover him for a quick 1-2 and oh my God, get the high spot in there. And,
right.
One night he went to push me in the corner and he stepped on my foot and we went down.
I think he sputted him. I think he sputted himself. Did he knock himself out?
Oh yeah, damn near it. Damn near it.
The best finish in the business, one of the best finishes in the business, ended up being kind of a fucked up high spot, didn't it?
Yeah, it was, man. Yeah, that's how you learn, man.
But you know what, Jake the Roberts, how else would it go for you, buddy? The best finish in the business ended up being a fucked up high spot for Jake.
Yeah.
Jake,
that's how easy it is.
Jake the Snake Roberts. I got a lot of questions for Jake. I met you one time, Jake. You won't even remember. I met you one time in 1988 in Grand Rapids, Michigan, when I think you were feuding with Rick Rude. It was a house show in Grand Rapids. I was the radio guy, the guy that went out there and welcomed everybody, and you were in the back, and I think I don't know what number Damien you were on or not, but my God, I never realized how tall you're. 6'5", aren't you, Jake?
Oh yeah, 6'5" soft, yeah.
6'5" soft, hard telling hard, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
Jake,
6'5" ¼ hard.
6'5" ¼ with the gimmicks. Promoting, he's going to be in Tampa Friday, September 28th, 9 o'clock. He's kind of doing like a stand-up spoken word deal. And are you still doing stuff with Hacksaw on that deal?
He comes in every now and then, once I got out there doing it, I thought, man, Hacksaw's my buddy.
Man, you talk about a nice guy, man. He's
super guy. And I just said, I got to get Hacksaw doing this because him and I were around for a lot of the same stories. Hell, he's in a lot of my stories. I could do a whole show just about Hacksaw. And
probably one of the, probably never given the credit for being one of the most over baby faces ever. Ever.
Yeah, true.
I mean, Jim couldn't get heat, could he? I mean, just a big baby. Everybody loved him. All you did, you just had that 2x4.
Thank God he wasn't a mean guy.
Yeah, thank God, huh?
Yeah, I'm telling you, because he would have been out killing people everywhere. He had that power.
Was Hacksaw a shooter? I mean, would he spud you, or was he a good worker?
He could do it.
Who was the?
People don't realize, he was all-state New York in football and wrestling.
Oh yeah, I mean, he could work. He could work his ass off.
He went to college football with SMU. Then he went to the Atlanta Falcons. He had to take a pay cut, but once he left SMU, because they took care of him in college there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they take care of you there, though, don't they?
Yeah.
Did you ever?
They did back then.
Jake, did you ever meet Dick the Bruiser back in the day?
Yeah, I went to Japan with that prick.
What, was he stiff? Was he a dick?
Oh, he was a dick, man. Oh my God, he screwed everybody over. We'd been on the tour for about 10 weeks at the time, so we'd been beaten down pretty bad. For me, Japan was like going and being put in jail, and they let you out once a night to beat the hell out of you. That's just what it was.
And it's isn't it stiff over there too?
Oh
it's stiff.
Very stiff, and they're in such great shape. You can just forget about it. The first time I was over there, I'm watching this guy do squats. I'm like, how many is he doing? 5,000. I'm like, what?
1,000.
5,000. No, 5,000.
And Hogan
5,000 squats.
and Hogan told me like it's so stiff and it's such a shoot that like one time he had heat with one of the guys over there and they went to a deal and they ended up in the hospital and the whole fucking town believed it and he had and Hogan had to like disappear in the middle of the night because people were going to kill him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's fun. Like Mexico.
Oh yeah. Got to work right side. Is that Mexican style right side?
Oh God. Just go out there and clobber them.
And then put a mask on and be another guy, huh?
Yeah, why not?
And then, so I think after Paul, if I remember, I think he went to CCW and worked with Chris and Gino against the Von Erichs.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Oh, it was?
Oh, yeah. Vince had bought out Georgia Championship Wrestling,
right.
and they wanted me to go to New York then.
Right.
But I was a, NWA guy, and I was going to stick with them, and I believed in the NWA, and those assholes from up in New York are gay and are all sorts of crap, and, they're, hating them. And that's what we were taught, And so
everybody was always taught to hate to New York, weren't they? Senior, starting with senior.
I took off and went to Georgia. Went to Dallas, and boy, I starved there. Jesus Christ.
The Von Erichs, they took all the money, did they not?
Yeah, they took it all, man. And it was just such a mess. It was such a sad thing that happened there.
And then
I'm not even going to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't even want to. I'm not even trying to. I'm not even trying to get heat with anybody. Then I think Dickie Slate. Then he went to work for Dickie, didn't you?
Slater was in Louisiana. So,
right.
Yeah, we wound up working together again, and that was a very scary thing. Because when I was in Charlotte, I had fell in love with a lady, and one night we were in a bar in Myrtle Beach, and Dickie came in. I'm like, hey, Dickie, we're over here. She's like, oh, my God. I'm like, what? She goes, that's my ex-husband. Crap. Why didn't you tell me?
Yeah.
So then Dickie's walking up and going, oh, so you're screwing my wife.
So he's got real heat now because you're with his ex.
Oh, yeah.
So then
I think how that is.
Oh yeah.
You know how that is.
Oh, I know.
Somebody screws your wife.
Hey, hold on, you motherfucker. That's a stiffy. That is stiff, Jake.
Oh, that was stiff.
And
man.
I got so much,
bro.
and you wouldn't believe, Jake. I got so much fucking heat for that, and it didn't even. I mean,
I
my God.
I know, man, brother. I know. You don't touch the golden goose, bro.
Oh fuck. You don't even understand. You talk about I'm the fucking.
I do understand, man.
Hey, listen,
I do understand.
I got buried more than anybody in the fucking business, brother.
Yeah, hey, man. Try being Jake the Snake in the fan shirt cheering me over Hogan.
Oh, I know they tried.
Oh my God!
I think they started with Mach, tried to get you heat, tried to turn your heel there, and they fucking took a shit on that. Then they put the snake pit in there, and you tried to. Yeah. I think you gave Hogan the DDT, and then everybody took a shit on the deal.
They cheered me. They started chanting DDT.
I know.
Then we sold out 2 places, and Vince says never again. And like, wait! What are you doing?
Meanwhile, can you imagine the fucking payday, Jake?
I don't want to bring that up. Why you got to bring that up?
Well,
you get the shot back. You get the shot back for what I just gave you.
Yeah, I had to bring back a fucking. God. I had to spud you, brother. You came in on me.
Gloves are off, motherfucker. Gloves are off. I'm sorry, man. I couldn't resist. I had to get that in there.
When Eric fired me from TNA when I was doing that little backstage gimmick, and because I had real heat, Eric walked up to me and said, "Man, you got real fucking heat here, brother." I'm like, "Well, isn't that good? Real heat's good." And he goes, "No, it's not. I mean, the fans hate you. They fucking absolutely hate you." I'm like, well, that's great. Let's go. I mean, I do backstage.
What's wrong with it?
I was going backstage, and they go, "Fire, Bubba," and I'm like, "That's real. That's real fucking heat. Let's go with it."
Yeah, man. Let's make something out of it.
And then Awesome Kong fucking attacked me in the back. We should have come back with like a guy versus girl deal. I get my ass kicked about 10 times, and I fucking come in with a run-in deal. But they're not Dixie didn't know how to make no money. Come on.
No, I do though.
Oh, I know. So then 86, I think Senior calls you up and you go and do your first, I think you do WrestleMania with George Wells and then.
Yeah, WrestleMania 2, yeah.
Now I know this is kind of a Mark question, so don't get mad, but was the foam on George's mouth?
Alka-Seltzer.
Was that so that was a work. That wasn't a shoot.
Alka-Seltzer.
I thought it was, I thought it was a shoot.
Well, I didn't know he was doing it. And so I looked down, I'm like, wow. So that's what happens when you smoke too much crack. Huh.
And then,
come on, guys, I'm a comedian. That's right. Joke.
and then I think that either senior or junior booked you with Steamboat, and they want you to do the DDT out there in the floor, and you tell Steamboat, man, I don't feel good about it. Steamboat says, I'll take the fucking bump right there on the floor, and it knocked him out.
He argued with me, and they were adamant about wanting it done on the floor. I said, man, if I do it, I will kill him.
Yeah.
You don't understand. They're like, no, he'll block it. Okay, no, I'm not doing it. So then Steamboat says, please, man, I owe George. George Scott was
the booker.
Vince's right-hand man, booker time, and he's like, I owe George. He gave me a break in the Carolinas. Please do it for me. I'm like, oh, man, Steamer,
and and this is Steamer's royalty at that point, and
we did it, and it damn near killed him, man.
Fucking spud.
It took 2 weeks for his eyes to turn black, 4 inches of swelling out on his head. He looked like an elephant boy, man. I mean, it was bad.
So then at that point, they try to turn you heel against Randy and Terry and Hogan. You give Hogan the big DDT on the snake pit. They were thinking
that's how evil Vince is, though. He knows that I cannot do it on the floor, so he has me do it on the snake pit.
Right.
I'm like, Vince, it's still a hard surface.
Right. Against the fucking top baby.
Yeah, it'll give a little. Yeah, it'll give a little. Ask Hogan how it felt. It split his head.
And we know Hogan didn't like to take fucking bumps at all. Now, I mean,
you got that right.
I mean, I love Terry, but when we used to hang, it's like, bro, I don't bump, bro. I mean, you know that.
You don't, man. Are you kidding?
Then I think, if I remember right, I mean, a lot of these stories come from Terry, but I think fucking Wayne sputted the shit out of you, and that ended up
nearly kill me.
I mean, and Wayne hates me to this day because I was always so close.
He's a piece of shit.
He hates me to this day, Jake, and I don't know
why. He hates everybody. Why? He hates everybody because he's a scumbag thief.
Well, I don't understand. Like, he's just got. I mean, he talks shit about everybody.
Bro, you know what he did there for a while? My daughter who works for me, got a phone call from the people that do the licensing, the trademark people in New York City. All right? Someone's trying to buy your name. What? And because I'm grandfathered in on that thing, I don't have to go up and redo it every year, right?
Right. So you just grandfathered in on the merch, and the dolls, and all that shit.
My name is Jake the Snake Roberts, and you can't use it.
Right.
Right. So someone's trying to buy it. She's like, "Well, who's trying to buy it?" Roy Ferris.
Duh.
What?
Did you call him up?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think you fucking called him up until you stretch him.
That piece of shit. He got several guys. He got several names, man. And if you wanted to use your own name, you had to pay him.
Are you? I mean, that's pretty chicken shit, don't you think, Jake? I mean,
duh.
I mean,
it's the ultimate piece of crap.
Well, I mean, so that when a lot of fans don't know, but when we talk about Wayne, we're talking about the honky tonk man. So Vince comes back with this honky tonk angle, and I think they had a slot for when I think Jake was going to take the Intercontinental, but fucking honky sputted him so bad with the guitar.
Kill me.
And then you were supposed to do a deal with Stone Cold, and I think that the Spud guitar fucked it up, didn't it?
Well, it screwed up my whole life after that, man. It blew out disc 6 and disc 7 out of my neck, and after that is when I started having problems. I'm not going to say that I didn't like pain pills, but I really got after them whenever that happened. Then it went to coke, and then I was doing everything I could just to keep working because I was so scared to get, to lose that spot, And I kept working for a year and a half with that damage done.
Just gimmicking up just to make it to the next night.
Yeah, absolutely.
And and people don't really know how bad and how hard on your body. You're in Pennsylvania one night, and you get with one of the boys, and you drive to New York, and then you're in. I mean, it's just, and you got to 7
days a week, man.
You got to gimmick up. But
I wrestled Steamboat 91 days straight, man.
Without
91 days straight, without a day off. Twice on Saturday, twice on Sunday.
Oh yeah,
every week.
Terry used to tell me they do like a matinee in Philly, and then you drive and do Madison Square that night.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least the A team would. They had like an A and B rotation.
Yeah, I was part of that. So,
And
Yeah.
so was the again when I ask questions that was the Rick Rude Cheryl shit, was that a shoot?
No, I wish it was.
God, Jake, you pulled that shit off, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you wished it was.
It hit home. It hit home. Yeah, I could have got away from her then. Are you
Rick,
kidding?
hey, rumor has it Rick in real shoot style was tough as fuck. Shoot style.
Yeah, he was dangerous, man.
I mean, shoot style.
Ask Beefcake.
Oh, what, Eddie?
Yeah. He knocked Beefcake out three times in one night.
Were you there the night? What was it? Was it Paul Orndorff beat Vader up in shower shoes?
Nah, I missed that.
You weren't there for that.
I never get the good stuff.
You never got the good one, huh?
Yeah. Vader was a bully.
Yeah, and Orndorff was just old school, was he not?
Yeah, he was.
Old school.
Yeah, but Vader broke my sternum. What the hell?
Besides Wayne, Vader probably sputted you the next greatest.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I think you had a deal with Randy. And is it true?
Yeah.
I had some interaction with Randy, but Randy, rumor has it Randy was so fucking jealous of Miss Elizabeth that
God,
he was just
kidding?
fucking ate up with it.
Yeah, he would kill you.
And Andre never liked Randy, did he?
Nope.
And is it true? Hogan told me one time that Andre took a shit in Randy's bed, right on the mattress.
I wouldn't doubt it.
92, I think you went to WCW, and your dad was there.
Yeah, Bill Watts came in. That was the end of that.
Well, hold on. You had a big deal with Kip. Kip took care of you, I heard.
Well, Kip was going to, but Kip got fired the week before I signed.
You had like a 90-day non-compete with the Poison deal, with the DVD deal, right?
Yep.
And then Kip comes in, gives you a fucking sweetheart deal. And next thing you know,
I don't get it.
Yeah, Bill Watts comes in. You had heat with Bill from back in the day, real heat.
No, I didn't. That was the thing.
You didn't have. See, I always thought that Bill fucked you because you had real heat from Louisiana.
Bill screwed me because the deal he made with WCW was he was going to get rid of all those top money contracts.
Oh, okay.
So he would go back to the other guys that are under contracts and he'd say, look, you can either re-sign a different contract or I'm going to beat you every week and have you doing the stupidest crap ever on television.
I think he
so
did.
He got a lot of guys to renegotiate.
So so the deal that you got with Kip,
he got a percentage. He got a percentage of what he saved Turner.
Oh man!
So whenever my contract got nixed, Bill Watts made himself a hefty damn payday.
Just on the savings,
right?
From the 2-3 million.
10%. He got 10% of what he saved. Well, then that would have meant he would have made $300,000 off of me.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's a piece of crap.
If you had to beat Bill Watts or Wayne, who would you spud first?
Wayne for trying to buy my name.
Did you have? Oh yeah, you tried to buy it, but he didn't get it.
No, he didn't get it. Doesn't matter.
Jake, yeah, true. You're old school Texan like honky tonk where you don't forget shit like that.
No, I don't, man.
And your stuff
Listen, I hate to do this to you, but I've got to get off of here, man.
And Jake, you know that nobody's even thought about shooting with you like I do, motherfucker. I can't even believe that.
I know.
But hey, hold on.
I got to go, bro.
All right, but listen to me. Maybe a couple nights before the Crowbar, we'll do another little call. We'll do another little call in for you, okay, bud?
No problem. No problem. I appreciate it.
And I'll continue to promote it for you, Jake. And I hope to talk to you again, buddy. All right.
Thank you very, very much.
All right, Jake.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. Bye.
Bye now. Jake the Snake promoting the Unspoken Word Tour, Tales from the Road. It's going to be at the Crowbar, crowbarebar.com. It's happening Friday the 28th, 9 o'clock.